Hello everyone, welcome to Math Tracker YouTube channel.
In today's class, we are going to do few sums from exercise 2.4. In our previous class itself, we have completed exercise 2.3.
Exercise 2.4. So today we are going to do this exercise. In this exercise it has two subdivisions. First one miscellaneous practice problems and the next one challenging problems. So today we are going to do only miscellaneous practice problems. First sum. Two gates are fitted at the entrance of a library. To open the gates easily, a wheel is fixed at 6 feet distance from the wall to which the gate is fixed. If one of the gates is open to 90 degree, find the distance moved by the wheel, where the pi value is 3.14. So this is the given picture. Okay, here what is given? Two gates are fitted at the entrance of a library. Okay, so this is one of the gate. Then the same way the another gate also fixed. So totally two gates fitted in the entrance. To open the gates easily, a wheel is fixed at 6 feet distance from the wall. So here, look at here. Here a wheel is fixed. Okay. So to open the gate easily, for that purpose they fixed a wheel in the gate. Okay. Then it fixed at 6 feet distance from the wall. So from the wall, this is the wall. So from the wall they fixed the wheel. Okay. The distance is 6 feet. So this distance is 6 feet. Then what is given? If one of the gates is open to 90 degree, find the distance moved by the wheel. So here only one gate is open to 90 degree. Okay. So this angle is 90 degree. Then find the distance moved by the wheel. So now we are going to find out the distance moved by the wheel. Okay. So this is the distance moved by the wheel. Okay. It looks like arc, isn't it? You have already learnt about arc. Now we move on to the problem. So let A be the position of the wall. So this is the wall, isn't it? So A be the position of the wall. Then AC be the gate in initial position and AB be the position when it is moved to 90 degree. So here A, then B, here C. Okay. So AC be the initial gate position, then AB be the position when it is moved. So now the arc length B gives the distance moved by the wheel. So now the arc length, this length BC gives the distance moved by the wheel. So we have to find out this length, the arc length. Okay. So already you know that length of the arc L is equal to theta by 360 degree into 2 pi r. This is the formula you have already learnt. So here what is the theta? Theta is nothing but angle. Here the angle given is 90 degree. Then what is the value of pi? In the sum itself they given us 3.14. Then what is the value of r? R means radius. Here the given radius is 6 feet. So theta is equal to 90 degree, then r is equal to 6 feet. Now we are going to apply this value in this formula. So angle is 90 degree by 360 degree into 2, then 3.14 into 6 feet. Okay. Now we can cancel this two zeros. 0, 0 we can cancel. Then 9 and 36 we can cancel using 9 table. So 9 ones are 9, then 9 fours are 36. Still we can cancel this 2 1 4 using 2 table, isn't it? So 1 2s are 2, here 2 2s are 4. Still we can cancel this 2 1 6 using 2 table. So Here 1 2s are 2, then 2 3s are 6. Okay. Now we can't cancel anything. Okay, almost we cancelled everything. Then the remaining numbers are 3.14 and into 3 feet. These two numbers are only remaining. So 3.14 into 3 feet. So now we have to multiply these two numbers. So for the multiplication purpose, I just removed the decimal. Okay, 314 into 3. So after getting the answer, we can put the decimal point. So here 3 4s are 12, then carry over 1, then 1 3s are 3, 3 plus 1 4, then 3 3s are 9. So this is what the answer we got, 942. So here the decimal point is, we have to put dot in after 2 digits. Okay, here 1 2. So 9.42 is the answer, 9.42 feet. Therefore, distance moved by the wheel is equal to 9.42 feet. So again, once again, I'll just recall the sum. Here, they have fitted 2 gates. Okay. So for to open the gate easily, they fixed one wheel in the gate. Okay. When we open that one gate, the angle is 90 degree, then the distance is 6 feet. Okay, this is what given. So they asked us to find out distance moved by the wheel. So we have to find out the distance moved by the wheel. So this is the distance moved by the wheel. Okay, for that we have to use that length of the arc formula. So theta by 360 degree into 2 pi r. So already we know that the value theta and r is given. So we have to apply in that formula. After that we have to cancel. Then we have to multiply and find out the answer. So distance moved by the wheel is equal to 9.42 feet. In the second sum, with his usual speed, if a person covers a circular track of radius 150 meter in 9 minutes, find the distance that he covers in 3 minutes, where pi is equal to 3.14. Here, a person covers a circular track of radius 150 meter. Okay, here a person covers a circular track. That means the track is in circle shape. Okay, so if a person covers a circular track of radius 150 meter, so radius of this circle is 150 meter. This is what given. Okay, that person covers this circular track in 9 minutes. Okay, so find the distance that he covers in 3 minutes. Okay, so they have given for 9 minutes. Now we have to find out the distance that he covers in 3 minutes. Okay, so when a person covers this circular track, okay, then which formula we have to use? Here, okay, here he covers this track. That means this is a circumference or perimeter. So we have to use that formula, circumference or perimeter of this circle. The meaning of circumference and perimeter is same. Okay, so the given radius of the circular track is equal to 150 meter. distance covers in 9 minutes is equal to perimeter of the circle. The formula for perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r units. Then distance covered in 9 minutes is equal to, we have to apply the values. So 2 into 3.14 into 150 meter. Okay. Here distance covered in 9 minutes. But we have to find out for 3 minutes, isn't it? So for that, first we are going to find out for 1 minute, then we are going to multiply by 3. Okay, ba? So distance covered in 1 minute is equal to 2 into 3.14 into 150 meter by 9. Okay, when we bring this 9 to the other side, okay, it will come as divide. Okay. So now here when we solve this, we get the answer for 1 minute, isn't it? Distance covered in 1 minute. So but what we need covers in 3 minutes. So distance covered in 3 minutes is equal to 2 into 3.14 into 150 meter divided by 9 into 3. When we multiply 3, we get for 3 minutes. Okay. Now we can solve. We can cancel the numbers. So using 3 table, 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. Then 3 and 150 we can cancel using 3 table. 3 ones are 3. Then 5 threes are 15. Then 0, 50. Okay. So now we have to find, we have to multiply these 3 numbers. 2 into 3.14 into 50. Okay. To make this simple, I am going to multiply 2 into 50. What is 2 into 50? That is 100, isn't it? So 3.14 into 100 meter. So we can just remove this point, decimal point, because we are going to add these 2 zeros here. So we can remove this decimal. So the answer is distance covered in 3 minutes is equal to 314 meter. So this is the answer. Once again I just recall this, repeat the sum. So here a person covers this circular track in 9 minutes. Okay. The radius of this circle is 150 meter. Find the distance that he covers in 3 minutes. This is what we have to find out. So this is a circular track he covers, isn't it? So for that we are going to use that perimeter of the circle formula, that is 2 pi r. He covers this perimeter, the circumference, in 9 minutes. So 9 minutes is equal to 2 into 3.14 into 150 meter. But we need for 3 minutes. So for that, first we are going to find out for 9 minutes. Okay, we have to bring this 9 to the other side. So 2 into 3.14 into 150 by 9. Then for 1 minute we got this, isn't it? Then for 3 minutes we have to multiply this by 3. So after multiplying we can cancel the answers. So after solve this we got the answer as 314 meter. So distance covered in 3 minutes is equal to 314 meter. Next sum is find the area of the house drawing given in the figure. So now we are going to find out the area of the house given. So this is the given house. Okay. So to find out the area of this house, we have to find out the area of each shapes given. Okay. In this house, one square is there, then one rectangle is there, one triangle and one parallelogram. So totally 4 shapes are there. So we have to find out the area of all the four shapes, then finally we have to add everything. So first we need all the measurements, isn't it? So first we will check whether we have all the measurements or not. For square, to find the area of this square, how many measurements we need? We need only one, isn't it? Side of the square, A. So that is 6 centimeter, that is given. Okay. Then we move on to next rectangle. To find out the area of the rectangle, how many measurements we need? Length and breadth, isn't it? So here length is given and we have to find out this breadth. Okay, this side is common for square and rectangle, isn't it? So in a square all sides are equal. So this side is also 6 centimeter. Okay, because in a square all sides are equal. Okay, now we got two measurements for this rectangle. Now we move on to this triangle. Okay, so in a triangle this side is common for this triangle and square. In a square all sides are equal, so this side is also 6 centimeter. Okay, now look at this triangle. One side is 5 centimeter, then other side is 6 centimeter. So it is not a equilateral triangle. So then which formula we have to apply to find out the area? That is half BH, isn't it? So we need base and height. So here we got base, then we have to find out this height. So to find out the height, we have to subtract this 6 centimeter from 10 centimeter. So this is the total height. So this is the total height 10 centimeter. If we subtract this height, okay, the square's height from the total height, then we will get this triangle's height. So 10 minus 6, that is 4 centimeter. So now we got all the measurement for this triangle. Then we move on to next shape, that is parallelogram. In this parallelogram, what is the form? How many measurements we need to find out the area of this parallelogram? We need two measurements, base and height. So we have to find out the base. So this side is common for this rectangle and this parallelogram, isn't it? In a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. So this is 8 centimeter. Okay, now height, already we found that height of this triangle. This was the same height. So height is 4 centimeter. Base is 8 centimeter. Okay, now we want to we'll do the sum. Okay, area of the house is equal to area of a square of side 6 centimeter plus area of a rectangle with length 8 centimeter, breadth 6 centimeter, then area of a triangle with base 6 centimeter and height 4 centimeter plus area of a parallelogram with base 8 centimeter and height 4 centimeter. So now we have to find these four areas. So first area of a square is equal to a square, that is 6 into 6. 6 are 36 centimeters square. Then area of a rectangle, that is L into B. So length is 8, breadth is 6. So 8 6 are 48 centimeters square. So the third one is area of a triangle. So area of a triangle is equal to half B in H. So half into B is 6, then H is 4. So now we can cancel these two using 2 table, isn't it? So 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Then 6 2s are 12 centimeters square. Finally we have to find out area of this parallelogram. So area of a parallelogram is equal to B into H. So base is 8, height is 4 centimeter. So 8 4s are 32. So 32 centimeters square. So now we found all the area of all the shapes. So now we have to add everything. So area of the house is equal to 36 centimeters square, then 48 centimeters square, then 12 centimeters square, then 32 centimeters square. So now we have to add everything. 36 plus 48, then 12 plus 32. We have to add everything, okay? 6 plus 8, 14, 14 plus 2, 16, 16 plus 2, 18, then 8, then carry over 1 to the next digit. So 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 3, 12. So totally 128. So area of the house is equal to 128 centimeters square. So here what we have done, here we found the area of all the shapes, then finally we add everything. Okay. So next sum, fourth sum. Draw the top, front and side view of the following solid shapes. So this one we have already learnt, isn't it? So they have given two images. One sum I will do, the second one I'll give us homework. So now we are going to draw the top side, then front side, then side view of the following solid shapes. So for the first sum, top view. Okay, when we look at this shape from the top, okay, just imagine you are going to you are going to look at this shape from the top. That means how many squares you can see? 1, then 2, then 3. Okay, these 3 squares only you can see. So you have to draw 3 squares. Then front view. Okay, from here you have to look at this shapes. Okay, so in the base you have you can see 1, 2, 3 squares. Then so first you can draw these 3 squares. So from the middle square you have to draw 2 more squares. So this is the front view. Then the side view. If you look at this side means you can see 1, 2, 3. So totally 3 squares you have to draw like this. So this is how you have to do the sums. So this second one I'll give us homework. So this is the only sum. I give homework today. Okay, do it and send me.
Thank you, students.